Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I'm trying to capture the last of the evening light. It's so beautiful right here. But before I do, I just want to remind you guys to go check out Lisa's beautiful High Priestess candles. Here's her information right here. She's on Luna Candles and her stuff is so beautiful. I burned this by my bed and outside and on my altar. It's got a beautiful amethyst in it, and of course the dogs are going to start to bark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some nice background music, because also what happens, this dog is not barked until I just stepped outside, and we have a huge fence so he can't even see me. It's so ridiculous what happens when I come out here. Usually my other neighbor starts like blasting this insane music, and it's just the craziest thing. So let me see if I can get some nice quiet background music for a sec, because I'm not sure what his stuff is and I don't want it to be any copyrighted stuff. So I'm just going to have some quiet, soothing music in the background. So it's really gorgeous here right now. It's like the sun is starting to set and it's really beautiful. So we got some quiet music. We're going to relax. I got my High Priestess candle burning, which I really can't endorse enough. The smell, I'm sitting like 2 feet away and it's like just the scent of it is heaven. So I put some leaves on the altar to make it really peaceful. I've got to say, if you guys haven't seen Gregory Scott's horoscope for today, for what's happening June 3rd and, the new moon, you should listen to his horoscope. I got so enveloped into his considerate, sweet, soft voice. I love him anyway. But he's talking about how now this time of massive, excellent, clear, articulate communication is coming in between people, family members, loved ones, children and their parents, brothers and sisters. It's a time for forgiveness, everybody coming together. And I almost started to cry, because he was talking about how, he paid for this education to become a writer, and basically nobody taught him the techniques of it or how to formulate really good phrases. They basically said, you write whatever you want and we'll just tell you what's wrong with it. And it's such a shame that that happened, because I feel like through writing, and he was discussing James Joyce and all the greats and things, that we have the power to do so much through the spoken and written word. So when we feel like doing it, I really feel like we should. When that creativity comes through and you want to say something or write something, don't censor yourself, just do it. I wasn't formally taught in that particular field, and I feel like I just crafted my own style of speaking, and I'm lucky that it comes clear, and I love words in the English language. But he said something that was so beautiful and profound. He said it's really what separates us from like the animals. I mean, anybody can speak and grunt and be like, yeah, and dude, and sure, or be like the Kardashians and do all that stuff. Like, I can't believe she acts like that, like just speaking ridiculously like cartoon characters. But we're talking about true enunciation and oration, oral sex, being an orator of some remark, like where you're creating a beautiful world for someone through your words. So to really put some effort in that, and also not take yourself so seriously. Like, I love to produce a beautiful, well-written letter or word, but I don't take myself seriously, and I think that's why it flows freely and clearly, because I'm not worried what other people think. It's just how I'm trying to express myself, and I feel like that'll work for you as well. So today I just wanted you to see the leaves before I put out our choices, because I got all excited. And I also did a faux tattoo, because I was thinking about an infinity symbol. So I was like, I have my carnelian on and my howlite, and I love this ring because it goes bonk, and then you can have turquoise on that side. It rotates, which I think is so cool. I'm like, that's all I want now out of life, is to make rotating rings. So we have number 1 is going to be Passion of the Lionheart, because this is about doing what our heart is telling us to do, right? Number 2 is going to be the Vision, because we all have a vision and a focus that we'd like. All right, I can turn this down a little because I believe my neighbor has calmed down with their music. It's funny, it stops and then they remember it stops, and I think, it's party night or something, and they blast it really loud. So I'm going to get support for this. And then we have Daring Rebirth, because it is everybody's time to be reborn into their stronger, more balanced, self-actualized person, right? Where we we're not going to put up with any lower vibrational behavior from ourselves nor for anybody else, right? It's very important that we realize that, we're coming from a divine light and energy source. So if we treat each other that way, we're going to be gifted with this beautiful magic of manifestation. We're going to have the prosperity we want, the fresh starts. We're going to feel a lot of vitality, stability, and we're going to be practical in our lives in the sense that we have to. We're going to pay our bills and our taxes and be responsible. And today I just followed my bliss all day. I woke up, I had work to do. I took care of that early, and then I came outside, I did a read, went back in, I did, some family things, and then I just had a great nap. I was like, you need to rest. You work from 5 a.m. till midnight some days, and I was starting to feel that. So I was like, just have it be a restful, beautiful day. And right now it's like 70 degrees, breezy. It's really heavenly. So I hope you guys are all having a great, restful weekend. And we're going to see what's coming for you, because some of these messages that I'm getting are for divine males and females that are coming in, also soulmates, but weirdly enough, a lot of past life realliances where people are being gifted this spirit of this person that helped them through a series of lifetimes. I never believe it's just one. We reincarnate and we're reconnected with these soul families, and they help us. So we're going to begin with number 1, which is Passion of the Lionheart. Now, I feel like if you chose this, that you're going to be brave for whatever reason. Now it's time you're stepping into your power, your bravery, your love match. You're manifesting this, and you have this desire to achieve and really harmonize with the most favorable aspects of your personality, right? And as you work towards your aspirations, you're going to remain confident that your efforts are going to prove rewarding. That's important, that we keep passion behind it, we keep focus behind it, and we don't give up and, feel we have to overanalyze, because we don't want to overwhelm, because that's what happens when we overanalyze. This is saying in one focal point, I can do this, I'm going to achieve this. And simply allow it, right? The healthy detachment. Now, part of what comes with that is change in your attitude, change in everything. I almost feel like it's like an alchemy that occurs within us, where we just decide, it's time for us to use our ingenuity and accomplish what I'm going to set out to do, okay? Sharpen your skills and boost your determination, right? Know you're capable of any outstanding task. And, don't be afraid at all at the size of it. So many people want to kind of aim for, the ice cream man is coming. The ice cream man! We'll probably hear screaming little kids. My neighborhood is ridiculous times 10. So just know, even through collaboration, because sometimes there's a lot that goes on. I even said to myself the other day, as I was packing jewelry and doing private reads and basically just running around, it was really late at night, I said, pretty soon I am absolutely going to have to hire somebody. I am, whether to do the jewelry aspect, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist where I want things packed protectively and well, but it's one of those things, and I feel like you might need to collaborate, and when you do, your productivity is going to go way up, and you're going to get recognized for whatever this thing is that you're trying to manifestation. You're going to be able to manifest this, and you're going to do it beautifully, because you know that you have the gift of choice, and that you have the ability and you have the capabilities, and it was there all along. Oftentimes we do these strange little regression things in our life where we reach out and that success comes and like tits and tats, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh, wait, and we almost sabotage it because of the fear of success. It just happens. It's something in our subconscious programming, and now it's all about realigning and unprogramming that and reprogramming that. And I was listening to Divine Miracles? No, I'll find out who it was after. And I loved her notion that we can reprogram ourselves at any time. Oftentimes it's good to listen to meditation music while we're sleeping. I said Victor's has a good one. Oh, Jake has a really good one, Jake Ducey. So I love that. Somebody's starting like a drill. So anyway, one more message for you is the spiritual connection. Right now, you're going to connect with somebody else that is coming into your realm that you are going to use as a stepping stone to your higher spiritual connection. Somebody's going to trigger something in you. Just as today when I was watching Gregory Scott, he triggered something in me about the use of English language to project a beautiful, loving message and make it clear and paint a picture and kind of be like, that person that has an empty canvas and you're saying, listen, look at all the color, life, and vitality that's right in front of you when you just reach out for it, right? And that's what's happening with this spiritual connection. You're going to have this like epiphany moment with somebody, just a discussion perhaps about something and where your life is going, and voila, you're going to have clarity, and you're going to be moving in this really, really well, like just unbelievable direction in your life. And it's like you're just, you're tearing down all those things that weren't stable or giving you confidence or giving you perspective, and you're this upward spiral is going to begin, something that's so self-empowering to you, and you're working towards that, and it's going to end up beautifully, and you're not going to believe your absolute luck. So beautiful energy, group 1. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read, come to my Etsy store. You can check out all my sparkly jewels. Go see Lunar Candles. Her stuff is just great. It smells like heaven, and it's part of my ritual every day to use her candles. They're beautiful, and she's a lovely soul. So now we're going to go on to number 2, which is the vision. Now this talks about you having your singular original vision, okay? And the only thing we really need in our visions is overcoming the mini challenge of thinking that it's not attainable. We have to accept that it is. We have to protect it and have a little patience towards it, right? We need a little transition and sometimes a little healing before that, little insight, we move forward, because solutions come with courage. When we decide to step in and go, everything is solvable. I do not care what people say. Everything is solvable. I've had some really, really amazingly difficult interfamily personal relationships, with selfishness and, substance abuses, and people just being horrendous in cases, especially if it comes to money inheritances and things like that, where you're like, oh, wow, you know what I mean? So your guides are going to help keep you grounded while you reach this highest potential. I definitely feel you're going to align with the energies that are going to bring you fulfillment and help you maintain that focus and accomplish what you set out to do. Right? I really feel this is coming for you, a rare success. Now, the majority of you guys, I feel like you are spiritual, and you could be involved with tarot and praying and Reiki and all these things, or you just understand that messages from divine travel through these YouTubers and other speakers, and they are meant for you. And I feel like you're going to hit upon the right speakers at the right time that are going to give you the invaluable motivation you need to reach for this rare success. Now, what I think of rare successes is something that you've kind of just put in your back pocket. Like, I love Alanis Morissette. I feel like it's something kind of like her story, where she has all these beautiful insights, all these ideas, these words, this music, all this stuff, and it just at the right place at the right time struck a chord with people, saying, people are original and different, and they don't like to be neglected, forgotten, left behind, insulted, treated badly, be sexualized, be any of those things like she sings about in her songs. And I love that song where she's saying, she goes, thank you, India, and she starts thanking all these countries for their beauty, for their amazing qualities, for their spiritualities. It's like that. You have something tucked in your back pocket that the world needs to know about and hear, and you're going to invest your time in it, and you're going to really sort of get out there and alliterate this to people. And people are going to be like, wow, have you heard this song? Have you heard this poem? Have you heard this person speak? And it's going to travel beyond your wildest dreams, and that's going to be your rare success, because you didn't think it was going to take place, but you already possess the skills needed to achieve this. So you're just doing it. Endurance and determination is going to be your bottom line. And I feel like the tree of life is basically you set the seeds and the roots, and you're settled. And also what else you did was you set boundaries with others, who you're going to accept, how you're going to put the boundaries of time in place too, what you'll allocate your time to, attention to, and it's the right way. And I feel like the biggest part of this that's coming for you right now is self-love. And this is super, super important, because when we do trust in ourselves, love ourselves, a balance starts to take place. A transformation takes place that says, wow, why in the world would I have ever set those restrictions on me? And again, these obstacles, they're always just some weird bad track record set in our subconscious that are other people's voices, teachers, family members, whatever, that keep us at a standstill. But you took that record and you smashed it, and you're like, what, I'm flowing and my energy is ready. So beautiful, group 2. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below. If you need a private read, if you want to go to my Etsy store, go see Lisa's candles, beautiful candles. I love them. As soon as I picked up, I'm like, I got to remind people about her candles. They're so lovely. Now, number 3, this is really cool. Daring Rebirth. This is you picking up where you left off. You started some great imaginative project, whether it was written, painted, spoken, whatever it was. You were in the midst of crafting something, an area of your life, gardening, whatever it was, planting, going for this job, this vocation, this education, whatever it was, and you kind of set down the gauntlet for a moment on that and was like, well, I'll get back to it. But now you have a daring rebirth where you're like, you know what? No, game over. This is my dream. This is my goal. I am not going to put it on the back burner for any person, place, or thing. If I really, really was an angel advising myself, I would say, you're worthy of all these good things. You have the talent for it. You are going to be able to single-handedly pull off whatever you want. You'll have fulfillment for this. There'll be no more stagnation. This is about completion, your goals achieved, and freedom to do whatever you want. So let go of all the ill feelings associated with the past. That's very important, so you can have this rebirth and really, really melt into the divine desire. Get this passion, get this fire under you, because it's coming in this group too. You have a lot of soulmates coming in over the summertime, and it is remarkable. It's almost like, it's crazy. It's like the dating game for, our spirits and our guides. They're like, hook, because you guys are doing a beautiful job at manifesting envisionment. You're acting like imagination is a really powerful tool. That's all I can say. It can be used creatively. It can be used, to get our emotions all in alignment and revved up and ready and start to coast along. And it's like that roller coaster. You're going up, up, up. It's climbing, and then you're at the highest peak, and then the descent, and it's like a complete and utter, like, way more fun and exciting than you could have ever thought. You're going to derive more pleasure and luxury and time to yourself out of life that you ever thought possible. And part of this is your freedom to be you, to go and claim what is yours, claim your time, claim your value, claim your dream. That's all what you're into. It's almost like, upon reflection, you're like, was I asleep? What is going on? I feel like this really is the apex of people waking up and becoming aware that, their life has beauty, value, and substance to it. And now they're standing up. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want to be accomplished. And a lot of you guys, I feel like you're also herbalists and you're natural holistic healers, and you work along those lines. But a ton of you are artists of every kind. Go in and step into this beautiful light. And if you're feeling about studying a little more to hone your craft and become expert at it, absolutely do that. Follow your intuition. Remember the 5-second rule I was talking about. If you ever want to do something, get up and do it before 5 seconds, before your subconscious or anything can talk you out of it, because our subconscious and our ego will complicate a simple issue and literally talk us out of anything. Like if you ever said, I should get up and cook a beautiful breakfast, and then you laid there for a couple minutes and your mind was like, there'll be dishes, there'll be this, there'll be that. You know what I mean? Complicating what can be a beautiful outcome, because we can talk ourselves out of anything. But now is this series where you're talking yourself into things, into success, into winning, and you're not holding yourself back anymore due to fear or failure. No way. You're going to achieve this. You are going to have action, creation, wisdom, skill, and most importantly, crazy willpower, because now you have freedom to just be this beautiful creator that you are. And that's magnificent, you guys. And again, back to your soulmates coming in. You've kind of opened this portal where you're like, you know what? I put my wish list out there. I know this person is coming. I've actualized them. Now all I have to do is have a healthy detachment and let my guides just freaking put some wings on this guy or gal and let them fly in. And they're coming, and it's like just going to awaken even more passion of you. And that's part of it. You just have this freedom. I think summer is your season. You love it. You love the warmth. You love gardening, the flowers, the earth. And that's why, we're all here. We're here to connect, enlighten, reach out, and blossom. And that's what's happening with you, group, through beautiful, beautiful exercise. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do those sit-ups. A little confusion out here. I start looking at the birds and I'm like, I think I'm just talking to myself. Oftentimes I will talk to myself in my car. I'll be having straight up conversations with myself. But since I'm self-employed, it's actually a business meeting, right? That's how I justify it. So if I have a busload of people looking at me, I'm like, business meeting, yo. So anyway, you guys, love and light to you. And I can't wait to go upload this. All my links are down below if you need a private read or you want to support my Patreon page. Thank you, patrons. You guys are amazing and lovely. And I couldn't do this without you. So love and light to you guys.